This program is all about the power of curiosity and how using simple questions can turn you into a creativity superhero. Questions are amazing things. For example, try thinking about these. What do you think your life would be like if every Wednesday morning gravity stopped working? What sort of sports would have developed if our hands were shaped like feet and our feet were shaped like basketballs? If dolphins had paintbrushes, what sort of artwork would they create? What would the world be like if all dogs could talk, but they only spoke French? Pause the program and restart it when you have a long list of ideas. Now, the chances are that you've come up with a whole collection of ideas that you probably wouldn't have thought of if we hadn't asked you the questions. And that shows the power of questions. But what happens when there's no one around to ask you an interesting question? Well, this is where your curiosity comes into play. Have you ever wondered whether the light in your refrigerator really switches off when you close the door? Or whether a fish would prefer to swim in fizzy water instead of still? Or even how long it would take you to count to 1 zillion? If you've ever asked yourself a question that starts something like, "I wonder what would happen if," then you've been using your curiosity. Now, it's worth saying that we're only playing with questions at the moment. In other words, you don't actually have to find out whether your pet fish prefers fizzy water. When people try to be more creative, they usually put all of their energy into inventing new ideas. Now, ideas are definitely useful, but as we've just seen, using your divergent thinking skills to dream up new questions can be even more powerful because it helps you see the world in completely new ways. Many of the world's best scientists, artists, writers, and sports people have been excellent at using their curiosity to invent new and interesting questions. So this is a very important skill for you to develop. But how do you develop your curiosity? Well, we're going to introduce you to a simple exercise that will help you to get started, and you can use it over and over again. Please have a look at this picture, and while you're looking at it, make a conscious effort to switch on your curiosity. We want you to write down as many questions as possible about the picture. Ask questions about things that puzzle you or interest you. Ask questions about information that you can't immediately get from the picture. Ask questions about anything you want. If you like, you can do this with a friend. Pause the program and restart when you have a long list of questions. Did you surprise yourself with some of the questions you came up with? Quite often, people find that they dream up more interesting questions after a little while. So please make sure you don't give up if you feel a bit stuck. Being curious is a key creative skill, and we need you to continue developing it. We want you to spend some time being curious and writing down any questions that come to mind. You can be curious about anything you like. For example, you could wonder whether producing all these drawings makes the cartoonist tired. You might also wonder how many batteries it would take to power all the lights in your school. Or even how your favorite author comes up with their new story ideas. Just let your mind wander and write down all the questions that pop into your head. Try using the expression, "I wonder what," at least 10 times today. You'll be surprised at just how many amazing ideas will come to you when you're really curious. Now, please don't feel you have to stop being curious when school is finished. Try involving your family. See what interesting questions they've come up with.